Hello, everyone. How's it going? My name is Critical Fire, and this is from the stream on 11/10/2025. Today, we're going to be going over the new Rise update that's happening. Hey, doggy. I'm going to be trying to do this to record for YouTube. Hopefully, go over stuff. So I may need to start, for preservation's sake, probably disable the themes for now. Just so that, those things don't clutter up the track. In fact, I think I might just switch off a Firebot. And maybe not a good idea. But yeah, just trying to get the stream started and whatnot. Okay, good. My OBS decided to be violent this today, so that's why I'm super late on stream, so I'm sorry about that. But yeah, let me check some audio stuff, make sure it's okay. Hopefully go well with oh, thing. Like outputting so much. Oh no, doggy, can you hear me? Well, here. Bye. Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. Okay. Okay. All right. You know what? I'm shutting down the redeems just to make sure. Gonna test to make sure that the redeems are still working. You know what? Disabling tits. Ah, there we go. All right then. So, all right. So the redeems have been shut off. They'll be turned back on later after I'm done going over all the information. So I can hopefully post this to YouTube without any problems. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, let's get started. So this is the new Rise microsite that they have up. It's gonna come out on November 13th, which is in 3 days from now. So everyone's excited and getting prepped. Nice visuals. First things that's coming up to cover is definitely the dungeon revamp. They're consolidating the tech doings into one difficulty across the board. And looks like they are converting the variable path for Crom Boss into two difficulties. Basic and normal, which I'm going to assume basic is around the 30% mark, maybe 0%, and normal's more akin towards 80%. Uh, I'm glad that they're shortening the ULAD dungeon length. So hopefully we don't get random generation like we were before, because that was an especially if we were chasing the enchants, those generations were very, very painful to try to get to the enchants to farm for the D-rope patterns. Here, I'm glad that they're removing the Beth Fiata zombie corridors. That was annoying. That was actually a huge gatekeeper for that particular. So I'm glad that they're removing that. It'll be a lot quicker. I'm surprised that they didn't announce the other changes that we were going to see with the other text. They just kind of focus on the Beth corridor. So hopefully in tomorrow's stream they go over that. But I'm glad that they're also making Crown Boss a whole lot easier and less tedious by removing that escort hallway. It looks like, yeah. Well, actually, no, that's the hostage hallway that they're saying right there. So I think it's removing both hallway phases. Not entirely sure. And then, for Glen Burna, they're adding in a basic difficulty that can be soloed, which is nice. Hi, Bay. Yeah, sorry, the redeems are, disabled right now. I should probably, type that note in. I'll turn back on redeems after. I just gotta get through this. Want to make sure. But yeah, so part of the dungeon revamp that they're doing is they're getting rid of the dungeon passes for advanced hard mode difficulty, which is nice. So that means we don't have to worry about finding passes, or for the VIP people, we don't have to worry about saving our pass boxes for a particular day. They're just removing the defense hallway. Okay. And they're removing the weekly count limit for Tectuines, which is really, really nice. That's going to make farming for the different materials and equipment very easy. More dungeon rewards via near tight. It's near tight crystal to open a chest and get special rewards in addition to the basic reward. So it resets every Thursday, and it's a max 10 per character, and I think that's a global limit too for max 10 per week per account. So in total, you're only gonna get 10 chances, but you can split it across multiple characters. And it works for the Tectuine mission reward chests and the dungeon reward chests. Looks like some of the items that can potentially drop from using the near tight would be BMEs, Remnants of Illusion, Kraken Hearts, and Perseus Voiceless Arrows, and Shine Seeker. Shine Seeker orbs are going to be the big thing because it unlocks the Shine Seeker Albi dungeon variant, which basically our looter dungeon that they're going to be advertising. So another big change coming to the dungeon revamp is the basically they're dropping whole weapons and equipment to better go through the upgrade system. So for the hard mode dungeons, it's going to drop Celtic weapons and the new refined armor sets. For Tectuine, it's going to be the same as before. It's going to be the Perseus weapons, the Gios gear. Specifically, they put in the Ultimate Gios armor sets and the Demolition weapons here. Not sure if the Ruin materials are still going to be dropped from Tectuine missions, but I think they're going to move that over to the Crown Boss and Glenbirna dungeon reward, because here they have it set to potentially drop Nightbringer weapons and Ruination weapons. And we're also getting a new UI for the dungeon guide. That's going to be neat. And then so then they're along with the new dungeon update, we're getting an equipment update. And one of the big things is the equipment rarity grade system. So it ranges from common, sturdy, fine, exquisite, and masterwork. In the letter, they specifically said that all of our current crafted gear and gacha obtained gear that has stats or the gacha armor are going to be masterwork. And events given by the event weapons earned through events are going to have the exquisite rarity. So I'm hoping when we get the update that it will keep to that. Hopefully nothing goes wrong with that, but make sure you check your gear before. But yeah. So they're also going over the new refined armor. So the refined Dust and Silver Knight set. Gonna have absorption enhancement, 10% chance to 1. Refined Northern Light set's gonna be our new healing enhancement. Also gives magic attack boost. Nice. Refined Rural Knight set is going to be our max damage and crit. And the Refined Majestic Knight set is going to have the Assault Slash enhancement. These are all going to be added to existing refined armors that we have in the game currently. So, the Northern Lights sets. I think that comes from the potential. So I'm gonna have to check to see. Added equipment set effects looks like we're getting the refined Bohemia set, Presidia set, Hibona set, and the Languris set. I do apologize if I botch all of these names. So this is so that it aligns well with current Arcana sets. So we have Bohemian set for basically Arcana sharpshooters. Presidia set for the Alchemy Arcanas are coming out. The bonus set is definitely for our Dark Diviners, and the Languris set, looks to be for a general damage set. Heal stamina consumption -10. That's definitely for you. Yeah, it's mastery damage by 5%. Yeah, looks like they're adding in the Nightbringer one-handed axe and the Nightbringer healing wand. So that's going to be good for our Sacred Guards and our Harmonic Saints out there. I am in game. So the Shine Seeker dungeon, they're adding in a new variant for the Albi dungeon lobby. Is this supposed to be the one in the other world? I think it's the one in the other world. So I'm not exactly sure. Hello. I don't know why they're calling this the regular Albi dungeon instead of the Albay dungeon. But hello. Hello guys, welcome to the chat. Just covering over the microsite. Then we're gonna go into the letters after all this. Yeah, the background's Albay, so I'm going to assume it is the Albay dungeon. They just forgot the E. But yeah, so this dungeon is going to be used to basically get potentially end game progression gear like Rune Weapon Series, Void Robe that's untradeable, but it can be used in the recipe to be upgraded to an actual D robe later on. The enchant set increase rolls what interests me because I want to see if it's like all of it or just like one line from a 3-line enchant. And Nightbringer Weapon Series 2. Clear's Grass TR. I am hoping that it keeps the music buff stats because well, see Atelia, they're gonna be reviewing that in the letter afterward. But I hope that the Fleur's Grass TR keeps its crafted stats because they've had problems with it granting music buff effects. in past events that they had to go back and. So how to obtain Shine Seeker orbs, which is the way to get into this dungeon. Do 3 Shine Seeker orbs daily. By speaking with an NPC or collect refined crystal shards to exchange for orbs. Orbs can be received once per day per account, and the allowance of orbs you can receive purchase resets daily at 7 a.m. or at the server time. Let's see here. The number of shards required to purchase additional orbs increases with each subsequent purchase. So, gotta be farming a lot. And looks like we received the refined crystals by disassembling untradeable weapons that we get from the dungeons. When disassembling equipment with the hashtag dungeon loot tag, the rewards are given based on the equipment's type and so it's grade based. So now that we're getting all this gear, we're getting the new equipment inheritance system too. Uh, so to answer chat that's currently going on, it's untradeable weapons. You don't get the refined crystals from tradable weapons. They all have to be like all the weapons that we get from dungeons are dropping as untradeable to begin with, and so you dismantle those. So yeah. So this is to I guess preserve the economy. That way, like our market isn't flooded with a whole bunch of other weapons that we can just disassemble at will to get infinite tries at a void robe in the new dungeon. Okay, so moving on to the equipment inheritance system. The inheritance system is basically going to be the new sacrifice system for Mabi, where you have your core weapon, and then the weapons that you want to feed into it. Now you can feed reforges into it that you have prior on another weapon, and or like you want stats from the holy water and enchants, I believe, can be also passed on to by feeding into it. So since some of the weapons are dropping, so with the new dungeon weapons are going to be dropping with reforged lines that are automatically rank 1 with up to a maximum of level 20, and they're going to be 3 lined. So we'll be able to farm for reforges and feed them into our weapon with this new inheritance system, which is what I'm looking for. No more trying to wait and grind for reforging. So here they're going over a little bit more about it. Old and new weapons. You can prep your old weapons by adding the desired attributes, then make sure your new items get ready to receive. The old equipment will be consumed in the process and disappear, so that's the risk there. And the new target weapons become untradeable once the inheritance is. Be aware of that. So, looks like the inherited enhancements can include Holy Flame, Holy Water, special upgrades, reforges, enchants, and Erg. So, depending on what you want to transfer, I think there's going to be a cost here. So, it looks like it's all separated by tabs. So, I think you can only select maybe 1 or 2 of it. I'm not entirely sure. But there's going to be like a gold cost, and then there's a shard cost over here. So we'll have to see. Uh, so currently right now, there is a Q&A questionnaire out there. Please post that question in the Q&A section for the CMs to actually go over that in stream tomorrow. So moving on to the simplified reforging section. Yeah, sure, I can post a link to that. Give me a second here. I gotta find that chat with RC. That's a new Rise QA form for you to submit it. So they'll be taking questions. Uh well, if you scroll back up. So just to review, that's not it. Yes, you're right. When disassembling equipment with the dungeon loot tag. Okay, so then where were we? Yes. All right, simplified reforging. Uh, so they're simplifying the reforging system to improve accessibility because they recognize that it was a bottleneck. So what they're doing is the rank processor and reforging will be upgraded depending on tool use. 1 to 3 lines will be rolled with each attempt. So, Reforged stats will be added to equipment obtained from dungeons. Depending on the grade, you can attain items with 1 to 3 Reforging. Kind of already covered that. Uh, and then they kind of gave the purpose here. It's like when you're getting the Reforged, you're supposed to transfer it to your actual main items there. Looks like they're keeping the exquisite Reforging tool. And something else about special upgrades is that even though the upgrade fails on special upgrades 1 to 5, the level will remain unchanged. So we will not have to suffer through the hell of upgrading it up to level 4 and then being downgraded. That is getting removed. Thank the gods. If it fails, it just fails. Nothing changes. You can just keep going until it's 5. Unfortunately, they didn't mention anything about going past level 5, so we could still break the weapon at level 6 and level 7. But the Soul Liberator series and the Saloon Blade can get special upgraded to level 8. And then that kind of covers the microsite for now. So what they did over the weekend is that they actually released the new Rise letter. And this is from the director themselves. So they're going over, the update that's coming and, the purpose of it, their reasoning behind it. So let's just go down the. So the fully revamped combat experience, they're redoing the dungeons, and they're gonna make these these 6 dungeons listed as basically the core of it. So I don't know exactly what's happening with Baltane missions or Shadow missions. I think they're still gonna be there, but they're gonna be like extra content. And they don't make a mention of Lord missions here as well, which is pretty concerning. So I don't know if they're just gonna eventually phase out demonic weapons, but we'll have to see. And even then, still, something else I don't see is divine weapons. We're not seeing divine weapons mentioned here at all. So starting this winter, you'll be able to acquire equipment more directly from playing content and start using it immediately. The reason for this is that in reality, the percentage of players who are progressing by actually crafting equipment directly from these dungeons is extremely low. Yes, because they weren't really giving much drops to begin with. So kind of covered all that. here. Hard mode dungeons are getting Celtic and refined armor. Text is Perseus and demolitions, along with ultimate chaos armor. So that's something else too. From what I'm reading, is that they're skipping the regular Gios armor and just going straight to ultimate. So I'm not entirely sure if they're gonna drop the regular Gios armor or we're just getting straight up ultimate. But it looks like their main focus is trying to get the ultimate. And then they're also stated that the Rabbi Phantasm's higher difficulty level, Temptation's Path, will be available starting December 4th. So here, the next thing covered in this letter is the addition of refined armors. Looks like they're redoing some of the stuff, and we kind of already covered that in the microsite, so we can actually skip that. Now, looks like the loot pool is going to be they're going to be adding the sewing patterns as well to the Ulay dungeons. So we'll be able to craft them, and hopefully we'll be able to master work. But any existing refined armor piece that you already possess will be automatically upgraded with the highest possible values for the newly added set effect rate. So if you already have some of the armor, then you're gonna get max stats on them, which is nice. That's very generous. Now the equipment grade, the equipment rarity grade system they're adding here. From the screenshot itself, I'll get into the descriptions later. It looks like each rarity has a damage bonus tied to it. Values listed above are example only and will depend on type of equipment and rarity. So these numbers could be higher. It looks like here is that all crafted equipment is graded as masterwork and also applies to existing equipment. And masterworks get the biggest one with an increased bonus damage of plus 30%. So equipment obtained in dungeons divided into multiple grades can drop as completed items with performance based on rarity. So they're going to be ranged. So the rarities are going to come through for the drops. The equipments players have crafted up till now will craft in the future will all be classified as masterwork, the highest tier. That equipment originally received from gotcha boxes will also be classified as masterwork. So that's really nice because we didn't have an answer for that before, but now we do. Gotcha armor and equipment are going to be master grade with this new system, so they're not getting left behind as rumors would have it prior to this letter. Sure. So another note that they're having here: equipment obtained in dungeons will never become stronger than crafted equipment. So crafting is almost always the best path forward whenever you're trying to actually upgrade and progress through. So the dropped items are just going to be a way to just get to that point. Just to have something to use. Equipments received through events will be classified as exquisite grade. So the event dropped gear. So I'm wondering, since the Leprechaun event ended and they dropped some weapons there along with the armor, if they're going to be either master grade from the start since we already have them, or they're going to retroactively give them the exquisite grade. So we'll have to see when the update comes out on Thursday for that. And they have a special note here. That items obtained in dungeons are granted a bonus damage value within a certain range, decided at random. So even if you tame a masterwork grade piece of gear, it will never be stronger than crafted equipment. as the crafted equipment would possess the maximum possible bonus damage level. So that's pretty awesome there. And kind of here, they kind of have like a power scale chart, which again, I'm seeing some concerns here because if we just have the Celtics, looks like the Perseus and Demolition grades are at the same power level, and then Nightbringer and Ruination have been consolidated to the same power level. Soul Liberator and the Saluna Blade is the strongest weapons currently in Mabi. So that's interesting. However, we are missing demonic weapons and divine weapons, which should be around the Celtic range, if anything. So, rip my divine blade that I started working on and have completed a long time ago, and it's been collecting dust in my inventory, so rip that. Here. The performance of existing gear will also change based on the weapon type you currently use. The new scaling will render them more powerful than before, while untradeable equipment will help fill the gaps in your arsenal. And so, with this new rarity system too, they're also going to be making gear recommendations for getting into the dungeon. So they're standardizing that progression system. So that's going to be nice. Uh, let's see here. And just to make sure everything is fair, they made the new Soul Liberator series that come from Breleth. The highest tier best in slot weapons will only be attainable through crafting. So you won't get a random drop of a Soul Liberator weapon while clearing Breed. You have to craft it. And they're also going to be giving, to maintain their spot as best in slot, the special level 8 upgrade. The special upgrade stones required to reach level 8 can be obtained from Breleth. Okay. And here they're talking about adding in the new Nightbringer Axe and Healing Wand. And then here they're going to cover the dungeon difficulty and reward over. So their main point is to basically reduce the dungeon play time and delete some of the mechanics to make it easier. I'm not entirely sure if this is going to be accurate, because it depends on where we're currently at right now. And from the looks of it, most of the current Mabi player are going to be really strong. So it could take them less than 5 minutes to clear a dungeon, especially since they're shortening it. And if we have anyone to go off by, I don't know what the current record speedrunning is for plus 00's Albi dungeon run. I think he manages to get it down to like 5 minutes already. So we'll be going as fast or possibly faster than what he's currently at right now. Just for a frame of reference. Yeah, wouldn't change and something like that. But yeah, so like the average 5 minutes, it's definitely way better before. Because like normally for me, it takes me about 15 to 20 minutes to clear Arundel Advanced Hard mode. And then for a Feth Hard mode, it takes me 15 minutes to go through. And then something else too for Prom Boss, they're expecting the playtime for those for 10 minutes. So this is specific for the Glen Burna solo play and the basic and hard difficulties for Crom Boss, which I'm not sure exactly why they're changing the name for the Crom Boss difficulties from basic to normal to now basic and hard difficulty. There's a lot of inconsistency there. So, just for a frame of reference, based on my time, I can run a Crom 40 uh in about 30 minutes. And I have a Ruin Staff and a maxed out Dark Diviner set. So hopefully I can reach this mythical 10-minute per run average, but we'll have to see when we actually get it. And even then, here, which is really weird too, Crown Boss is being changed from its present state to difficulty levels, basic and normal, but in the screenshot they have basic and hard, lots of inconsistencies. So we'll probably have them fix that. They're the Mabinogi team's been working really, so I'll forgive them for that. Here, the length of Yuli's advanced dungeons have been shortened significantly. They're removing some of the gimmicks from the dungeons, like the zombie hallways. For Glenburna dungeons, some mechanics have been altered to allow solo play on basic difficulty only. So, looks like hard mode and very hard mode mechanics are not going to get changed. So... Sure. So they're reducing the burden of combat and makes dungeons more approachable for players, so hopefully a lot more players will be able to challenge these, and with limits being removed, hopefully I can start running and helping more people out. Because that limit really hurt my ability to run with other players to help them out, especially for the tech dungeon. What does what sorry, my chat's asking me a question. What does FARR mean? And will it work for Glenn? Are you talking about the near tight? Yeah. So then they're introducing near tight to help separate growth from loot acquisition. Near tight is a reward buff similar to the function of shadow crystals. So you'll be eating this before you open the dungeon reward chest. And we've already went through the limits for that. Looks like they're also going to be removing some of the, or adjusting some of the quest rewards that we get here. And then they also go into the pronunciation of Yar and the Gaelic word, which I'm going to butcher, so I'm just going to ignore that. Here they're going over to Shine Seeker Orb Dungeon. And so they specifically say that this dungeon is where militians can aim for a significant boost to their progression, albeit at a low chance, which, given recent events at the timing of this letter, it's fairly low, so don't get your hopes up too high for that. Let's see here. Is a treasure vault theme dungeon where farmers once hoarded gold and valuables in preparation for the descent of glass. I'm not gonna say that second part because I'm just gonna butcher it. We already went over the daily Shine Seeker orbs each day, so make sure you claim those every day and just run them. Uh, we designed it so that militians with reasonably good gear can clear it within 5 minutes without much difficulty. So new players can still do this, but it's going to take them a little bit longer. According to some of my viewers, it says low chance because it has Void Rope and Fleur Tiara. The weapon drops like candy on. So it looks like there's going to be a lot of weapon drops happening in that dungeon. So we'll have to see uh how that dungeon drop rates actually. This oh yeah. So something about the Void Robe. While untradeable Void Robes cannot be upgraded into higher tier robes, we determined that obtaining this robe during your growth journey alone would be sufficient to offer a clear sense of progression. So I was mistaken before. I was going off of someone else's thing, so I do apologize. But it looks like the Void Robes earned in this dungeon cannot be upgraded, which stinks. But that's fine. If everyone has a Void Robe, then that means we could still do a lot of damage. Yeah. Ultimately, our hope for the Shrine Seeker dungeon is that it will be an appealing dungeon where you have a chance to obtain useful items that boost the character's gear progression without reducing the burden of content. So, I hope this dungeon does what they've intended to, because it seems very nice and very generous. Looks like that, yes. So they're revamping the dungeon guide here, which I have some concerns about that later, but let's see here. New additions like the Shrine Seeker dungeons are also shown here, offering some players with more organized, and convenient place to view content progression. While some elements like the shop have been retired with this change, we've improved the guide to ensure you could still use favorites and teleportation features that players have long found helpful. So, looks like they're getting rid of the dungeon shop. Or they're getting rid of the button that opens up the shop. I think they're just getting rid of the dungeon shop in its totality. So according to one of my viewers, shop stays but can't get any more voucher. And then it looks like for the Shrine Seeker dungeon, we enter from Albi dungeon, but it teleports us to Albe dungeon in the other world. So if you are not familiar with the two different versions of Albi, you'll know soon enough whenever you either complete uh G1 or the new system. And here they're going over the enhancement inheritance system here. Let's see. Um, they're going over basically how they had to go back to the drawing board and fundamentally redesign the system over time. The inheritance process will consume materials and gold based on the type and level of enhancements being transferred. So something important is considering the impact this inheritance will have on the value of current item, crafting and dungeon rewards, the equipment from which the enhancements are transferred will be consumed, and the equipment that receives the enhancement will become permanently untradeable. So I'm wondering if we can't just force unlock it using the trade unlock potion. We'll have to see how permanent that really is. Malicious who wish to carry over enhancements from previous equipment despite the tradability restrictions utilize the inheritance system. Those who wish to keep their equipment tradable can choose to enhance it themselves or purchase it just as they've done before. And here they're going deeper into the they're addressing the reforging difficulty. So they're removing ranks. Everything's going to be always rank 1. And it's going to be 3 lines automatically. Uh, and then I'm not sure what they mean by maximum level 20. Well, I guess they say it right here, up to a maximum of level 20. So no more limit breaks. And what they meant by let's see. And so I'm getting clarification from chat is the reason why they're saying permanently untradeable is that trade unlocks will not work on that. So okay. Moving forward, reforging tools will always grant items rank 1 and 3 attribute line. So we don't have to do the arduous task of ranking them, which is nice. Let's see. All Hope gems with this update will be converted back into Hope essences, and Journeyman reforging tools are being retired and no longer obtainable. And they'll also refund you gold for any basic reforging tool currently in your. So, okay. So they're getting rid of some of the reforging tool sources, and here they're going to be removing unnecessary growth elements. So weapon signet enhancement, special unit command level stats. I didn't even know they gave stats for that, but okay. The renown and potential systems, and bonus eagle points for spirit weapons. Um, so it looks like the weapon signet effects will be baked into the weapons moving forward. So I guess Celtics are getting a boost because I think that's the only. Well, Celtic and the Vine weapons will be getting a boost there. While elements like renown and potential will be reassigned more naturally available elements such as the Shining Wiki passive buff. So that skill Shining Wiki is going to get more stats to it. So it looks like we won't be losing access to squires, but instead they plan to redistribute the stats previously gained from raising your special unit command level to other areas. Here, the next paragraph that they're covering for spirit weapons is that moving forward, all spirit weapons, including those with missing points, will have the maximum number of points for the level and applied going forward. So if you messed up your spirit weapons, don't worry, they got you covered. They're gonna give you all the missing equal points that you have, and be able to invest in your spirit weapons without having to worry about maxing out the bond level per level. Improvements of skill training and racial stats. They're covering the reason why reaching rank 1 of only the beginning of Mabinogi remains a popular sentiment among militiants. Uh, that's actually been a pain. And then they're trying to uh do focus more on separating out the skills, so that way you don't have to work if you just want to focus on fighting. You You don't have to take time away from that by, harvesting potatoes to get the extra 3 decks and stamina you get from harvesting and ranking one the potato farm. Yes, spirit weapons are getting maxed out. So while they're making this separation here, training the skills, they're they're easing the minimum training experience requirements to AP train. We also eased the difficulty of acquiring hard to learn skills, most notably backroom explosion, making it easier for players to access a wider variety of skills. So hopefully, for the new players out there that haven't gotten all their skills, hopefully, this update can help them get all the skills that they want. And then they plan on eliminating racial disparity stats between the races and improve the stat caps uniformly. So that's gonna be nice. Uh, so it looks like they're consolidating all that. This means all races will not be able to raise all stats to their current maximum values. Additionally, age-based stats, talent bonuses, or arcana level bonuses will be normalized, so all races gain the same values for them. That's nifty. And this one is a big one for me. Hit stun system improvement. Though militians can fight on equal footing with the gods, getting hit by an ambitious pack of rats leaves them stunned, unable to act. That doesn't seem right, does it? Yeah, it doesn't seem right. So it looks like it's going to be based on your percentage of your health. We will no longer be stunned by attacks. However, skills like Smash, which that specifically calls knockback, will still fill your knockdown gauge if you get hit with it multiple times. So we're not out of the woods yet, but this is going to significantly help us go through combat situations where we're fighting off a horde of either spiders, wolves, or rats and trapping us in a corner. We will hopefully see the end of that. And then they go on into about the interaction key, adding a new feature that allows you to interact with surrounding objects or keyboard shortcut instead of mouse clicks. I'm not entirely sure about that because we already have that. I have mine bind to E. So I'm not sure why they're including this in. I'm not sure if it's another button. We'll have to see. And then lastly, what's coming in the November update is the improvements to switching between arcana. So they are reducing the cost of switching to the arcanas from 100 ability points to 10, which is nice. And you'll be able to switch your arcana talent anytime, anywhere through the UI as long as you're out of combat. So we don't have to keep teleporting to the arcana room to do that. I do hope the Arcana team doesn't get too lonely without us popping in every now. And then here they're going over the new Arcanas that we're getting in December. So in December we're getting 2 new Arcanas: Forbidden Alchemist and Arsenal Gunner. And then they're going into like the background stories for Ties and Michelle. And then also they're going over the new difficulty. So in December we're getting the new difficulty for Arabi Phantasm Dungeons. They're, let's see. Ravi Phantasm's new difficulty is an alternate path dungeon where you enter more challenging branches of the dungeon by performing specific actions within the existing Ravi Phantasm, and similar to Glen Burna's Primeval Winter difficulty, or the very hard mode difficulty. And because we set it up like this, it entered this mode with a normal Ravi Phantasm pass without any. And the potential rewards for this new mode include Nightbringer and Ruination weapons, blacksmith manuals for refined armor, erg materials, and additional entry passes for Crom, Glen, and Breleth, which is nice. And looks like they're reducing the amount of restorative potions to craft the Ravi Phantasm passes, too. So that's gonna be neat. And then for the fashionogis out there, looks like we are getting personal shop mannequins. This allows you to set up a mannequin at your personal shop, which you can dress in and out. So that's nifty. I don't know how that's going to affect the frame rates on channel 1, but I'm guaranteeing you someone's gonna put an all flashy, obnoxious flashy mannequin up on their shop. So that's gonna be fun. Uh Outfits displayed on these mannequins can be sold or purchased as a set, and also offer an option to grant potential buyers a rental period too. Oh, so we can rent outfits from other players as well. We look forward to put your fashion designs by styling mannequins with your outfits, installing or renting. Okay, that's pretty nifty. And then here, they also go over the first half of 2026. So here's something that we'll be getting in January and February. Ecclestone improvement. Um, Failed attempts at Ecclestone advancements will no longer lower a stone's grade. Thank God. And they are also adding in the Ecclestones to the extra equipment slots. So that's huge. So no longer you have to make sure you have the right Ecclestone equipped on that particular slot. In addition, Awakening will only take a fixed amount of AP, and a feature to access the or area immediately without completing the dungeon will be added to make it easier to advance and awaken Ecclestone. So even though they've already made it very quick to go through Water Park, or to which is the friendly term, the actual name of the dungeon is Sidhe, it'll be a whole lot faster. Now, advancement will cost gold, but clearing the dungeon will still provide 5 free advancement attempts. Just as before, so we will hope you enjoy being able to choose whichever method suits you best. So this is a gold set. That's good. That's really nice. Additional sources of stat equipment. New Rise update, we've made many improvements to the game's step-by-step growth structure, expanding rewards of growth and diligently. This is the part I haven't really read yet. In keeping with this direction, we're changing stat equipment, which serves as a key component of character growth to be broadly acquired through gameplay. Let's see here. So, big one here. This will make it so that the stat equipment that was previously only available through gacha boxes can be acquired through different means via gameplay. So that's coming in. So that's coming in the first half of 2026. So they're currently working on implementing this and hope to roll out sometime in the first half of next. So they'll share more details about it in the future. So they're going for the step-by-step growth and expanding rewards central to design and philosophy of the price update. So that's going to be our winter. This is a winter of change for. Whew. Okay, so then that is a lot of information covered. We will get more information in tomorrow's stream. So let's see. Are there any other letters? Double check. User center. Kind of going over the keywords here. Cash shop items, new items, and end of sale. So with this upcoming the new rice update, some things are getting removed from the shop. From the basic VIP membership benefits, you can acquire daily events off on each day of the week randomly. The unlimited dungeon pass item, which is a component of the advanced play box distributed on Friday, will be changed to Rabbi Phantasm Pass with the November update. So VIP members, say goodbye to let's see, the unlimited dungeon passes you get there. That's they're getting removed. So that's nice that we get like free Rabbi Phantasm passes there. That's gonna be fun. No mention of Shadow let's see here. Shadow Mission passes. So I think those remain unchanged, so we'll still be able to do Shadow Wiz Elite Fridays. Let's see. The following will newly be available in the cash shop. Looks like we'll be getting new Militia packages here. Rainbow name change selection boxes with random color. And memory of a story selection box will be brought to the cash shop permanently. That's nice. And looks like they're removing the following items from the cash shop. It's perfect skill reset capsules, the fire herb crystals, repair protection potions. That's gonna be rough. Combat support packages and the rainbow name and check color change boxes. Let's see here, and then these renewed welcome militia packages are permanently, so last chance to pick these. So yeah, so that's basically all the items that they have. Wait, read the bottom. Okay. Any existing items that you own will be accessible after the patch as before. Some of the items will be making an appearance in a new in-game shop where you can purchase them with gold. So it looks like they're shifting some of the items to be in-game purchases, which is nice. But yeah, is there anything you guys want me to go over? So bags. Like we covered a lot there. I'll mark this. All right, so then I will try to condense the this section of the stream down for my YouTube channel. So keep an eye out for that. I tried to keep it as short as possible, but man, this is going to be a lot to cover. So with that, I'll take the time to just I have one mail. Okay. My mouse has been wonky. Hang on, let me readjust my mouse real quick. Wakey wakey. Okay. I have mail. And we're just gonna chill with some conversing while we process what I covered here, because that was a lot. That was so much. So much information. But yeah, did everyone like that section? Uh Plan on doing more Mabi news coverage at a later time. Definitely when the new Rise update comes. Some mistakes, I know, but we're still learning. So I hope you guys can forgive. Let's see. I'm not sure if I should be streaming tomorrow, but so today this is actually just for those of you who are not aware, Theta is being removed this week too. So this is the last week for Theta. I'm not sure why they decided to leave that out. I guess they already made like a separate post to it. But if you guys haven't already, I would highly recommend that you guys take selfies and make Theta into an Astro card if you haven't already. So take a selfie with Theta before he goes bye-bye. I hope that content makes a return eventually, but I understand why they have to get rid of it now. Not really. I don't know. I don't understand why they have to get rid of it now. Yeah. The devs don't like people getting 12 mil a week for doing content solo. And it doesn't align with price. Okay. I mean, that's fair, I suppose. You know. Because the economy's gonna get shot, for sure. Because with BMEs dropping, BME prices are gonna be tanking. There's that. Yeah, no, trust me. I understand the frustration of why it doesn't make sense now because everything's solo nogi for a while. But I'm glad that they're well, actually no, I don't think they've actually covered that in the notes or in the letters. Uh yeah, no, I don't think I saw them saying that you get a boost in rewards whenever you're playing with others. Also, how do I reveal a bridge? I was about to say, did I just demigod? Yeah, demigod. That's too simple of a solution for them. They can't just remove the checks. They have to. People were having too much fun in Thetas. It's like, I mean, with our group, we didn't even have to worry about soloing. We just did it to help people get their bags. That's about it. So I am sad that I'm going to lose the music buff title. So my Vivis and BFO are gonna suffer. That's gonna suck. Yeah, that they definitely didn't mention the gold nerfs. I hope they didn't get the they didn't give us the gold nerfs because we really don't need that. We need gold. Like it's gonna be rough. I am. Hee hee. Hi Chi. Oh, I forgot to turn back on Firebot. My bad. Thanks for the raid. You did raid, right? You coming as raid? Yes, you did. Okay. Yeah, we were just going over the Mabinogi notes that are coming in. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so my my throwing system's being fired up. I forgot that I was on an even number channel because I was in Brila the other day. Then, I wonder. Okay, there. Stream setup's been restored. Then I can unpin this one. Can someone redeem the squishies? You know what? Actually, I'll just do it. Oh lord, give me a second. Mod view. Yay! It works. Fascinating. Okay, this is gonna hurt. So over 702 redeems. Let's see how that breaks the system. Ow. That's a lot. That is... Ow, okay. This is good. This is fine. Yes, I was doing a segment, for patch notes. So I didn't want redeems to be spammed while, I was doing that. Yeah. I can't believe it's still going. Can you guys hear me? Hello? Okay, cool. I can be heard. Yeah, it's great. Wonderful screen. Looks like they're all dying out. Wait, hold it. I see my frames catching back up. You guys redeemed a lot. Okay, cool. Alright, I survived. I need to put that on a t-shirt or something. I survived getting buried by chat. But yeah, I refunded everyone's points. So have fun with that. Um, yeah, go crazy. Yep, and here we go. But for some reason, my audio's busted. So there's that. It's great. Just fine, I guess. Guess we don't... Hang on. Uh, I don't... I don't know exactly how to help that. I'm coming with new redeem ideas. Oh, thank you, Sarah Thatch. They're helping me build my rune bow. Oh, I can't afford that, actually. That's... Yeah, no. I'm broke. I'm broke right now. I can't afford that. So, oh well. Yeah, I'm broke. I can't afford the tax on that blazing flame essence. Oh darn. Whatever shall I do now? I guess I'll have to commerce and earn it the hard way, which is fine. You goofy goober. Oh jeez. Okay. Also, point of order, just to make sure, right? Gonna go on channel 3 this time. So that my William doesn't get yeeted out because he's scared of the raid things. Yeah, he gave him that. Nice. Oh, cool. I got a partner box. Nice. Gifting. Give present. I'll give you Star Sapphire. Garnet. Aquamarine. And you're at max. Yay. And then feeding the pet. Uh, You get slices of cheese. How about that? And a bit of a potion too, just to sedate you, just a little bit, just for the trips. Yes, Tyloo, that's enough. That's I think you've yes, I think that is definitely enough. Atelia says no. Well, I mean, I went as high as about 80 spiders. That's a lot of bears. Changed. Start blazing. Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm testing out these new guns. Ultra. I didn't know they glowed. I would like to try and see if I can turn off the NPC dialogues. Is that in the interaction button? Oh, that sounds rough. That was nice of them. Okay. Whew. Oh man, I'm so tired after reading all that. That was a lot of reading. That was a lot of info dumping. And then the patch notes. I'm going to be going over the patch notes as well. I'm not the one trading. Oh wow, I'm in top 100. Nice. But man, am I blazing through it right now? I'm almost to platinum, which is crazy. Let's see here. Let me double check my stock. I just wanted to double check there, buddy. You doing okay over there? I used the wrong one. Oh, jeez. Is everyone just conversing today? Okay. Guess I'm missing poison tips. Not missing. I not have enough mithril nails? Don't think I have enough mithril. Let's see here. That's card number 6. Okay, yeah, large mithril nails. Let's see. Do I have enough energy to crafting? Mithril ingot. So we need a whole bunch of mithril. Please, Mabi, in the future, can you give us an auto crafting synthesis? Please! So much unnecessary menuing. That's my main complaint, anyways. At least I have the mithril synthesis up to 99%. So it's not as bearable. Why is my bot reacting now to that? Hello? Oh, it's because I had an offer. Whoopsies! Fine. Archimith for nails. I'm actually a few short to gain the full. Okay. I'm literally going cross-eye over here. How monotonous bartering prep is. And then just to double check, I'd need 9 Mithril. Also, something else too, I have to clean up my inventory. This this is gonna be a problem. I'm gonna get rid of all my stone kits I have there. I don't know why they're there. I think that's all of my spoils from uh Albi. I should have enough now. There we go. Here, can I take these? Yeah, these are gonna have to be. Okay, so I can take this to Wheelo without losing too much. Yeah, okay. Wheelo it is. That can be. So, question for chat. What are you guys doing to prepare for New Rise? As you can see, I'm trying to build up funds right now by bartering. But that's because I'm taking a break from the combat stuff. Nothing? That's fair. Oh, trust me, Atalia. Trust me. I'm the same way. I got horribly burnt out. Like even now, like the combat here, fighting bandits, kind of driving me a little bit nuts. Just I don't know. So something else that's not covered too, and I'm not sure. Shock, you still there? Or Origins? I have a question. I'm not sure if this was posed or not, but I already submitted it to the proper authorities using that questionnaire form. But how is KR getting their music reforges? Are the instruments dropping in the dungeons? What about the accessories? Because so far, it's only been weapons and sometimes armor. Whew, I'm hella eepy today. We're pretty rough. I'm glad that I made it home. So tomorrow I gotta wake up super because they're doing construction. And this morning my commute was 50 minutes instead of 30. Ugh. It was not fun at all. Not fun at all. Watch that. I'm gonna end the night on maybe runs of Fath. Actually no. Yeah. Oh, I'll do one run of Fath, and then we'll see how we feel. Even though I really do need revived illusions. I think I need 8 blazing flame essence. Oh, I mean I can't pick up that. Oh no, not the shiny Gumi hunt. Okay, see, taking 1 damage like that, that's gonna go away. I'm or getting interrupted like that due to 1 damage. I'm so glad that they're getting rid of that. Oh. But yeah, Indiana Smash, I wish you the best of luck with your shiny Gumi hunt. It's gonna be rough, but you'll make it. I'm heavily debating on getting a Switch 2 so I can get that, but I am kind of saving it for a uh Yeah, Asian gamer. Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, I am looking to saving up for a Steam Deck because I kind of want to play games. I hope. I wonder is Mabi's Steam Deck compatible? Because if I can do barter crafting when I'm on shift, that would be great. It is not. Darn it. Uh. Oh no. Uh. Well, if it doesn't go away within like the next 2 hours, definitely call the dentist back tomorrow and say, "Hey, we have a problem here." That's fair. Unfortunately, I commute to work, so it would be nice to have something like away from the office. That way, I'm not lugging my big ass laptop around, which, by the way, has zero battery life. So it's kind of just like a portable workstation, which I should have looked more into it. But it was recommended to me by a friend so long ago. But yeah, it does. It does sound amazing, doesn't it? Okay, that's an. I have one more barter run to do, but yeah, I'm not gonna do it. Not yet. That's for tomorrow. You know what? We need to do this as a daily. Okay. Oh, okay. Well, that's gonna be nifty. All right, this is the Urna event. Give this a shot. Ooh, I started off with the strange gargoyle statue. Let's go. That's one of the god ones. Bring it on. I need desert. That's gonna slow down. Restores 0.05 HP gain, which I don't know why they added that. That literally means nothing to me. Complex? Complex one. Oh, no. That's jungle. We have salt. And wandering merchant. I need fish. We're good for that. And then we can buy 3 firewood, because then there goes that. Just need to find more food. Focus on finding food. Someone's mirror. Beast statue, 44. 444. I'm gonna go with Team Synchro. Because Mathmex is, pretty good. Ooh, salad, hang on. Fruit. So, bring it on. Give me hope. That's good. Ooh. Wait, hold it. Maltreat cones. You offer. I'm gonna try aim for the title. Speaking of which, gonna disable that. Ooh, a herb. I'll take that. Sure, I'll yell at you if I need advice. Sure, well, why don't you tell me, how to get, the necessary score? Let's compare notes. For me, I'm trying to get the deadly recovery items. I have enough to make one. I need to find a well or bottled water. Oh wait, what? The Proud Collector. Okay, cool. Okay. Uh, let's see here. Let's buy 2 or 1 water. Okay. And then 2 firewood. And let's just cook for now. Uh, do we have that? No, we don't. Oh, nice. I managed to save it. And we still have plenty of food. Ooh, source. It's a point multiplier. Goes with jam. Okay, cool. This. Go. I'll use that. No, that wasn't working. Okay. So, what do we have to do? We have to reach 10,000 points to get me 30k, right? I'm doing 2 times in Incarnus, yeah. Okay. Here, we'll find that. Fire. We'll just start Worry about that later. Yes. Let's go with red fruit. Okay. Uh, then mushroom tonic. Okay, go. I'm going to ignore the ghost. He really doesn't give me all that much. I have tons of gargoyles though. No, that's a peeved gargoyle statue. I'm not taking that. Dirt trod torn. Nice. Let's start seeing the better treasure points. Ancient record. Okay. 456. All luck based. Oh, treasure hunter jar. What's a treasure hunter jar? Okay. Yay. Okay. Okay, so we got hit with food. Nice. I gotta make room for that. Make room for the food real quick. Hang on. First off, gonna eat that. Okay. Sandwich, gonna eat that. And we've somehow made it full circle. Okay, so we're doing good on food. Oh, mushroom skewer? Okay. Oh, and we somehow managed to reach 100 of that. Oh, I just wasted that. Well, it's actually didn't waste it. Uh, okay. Guys, I need help. How do I get better point scoring things? My inventory's filled with stuff. I am exploring. I have enough to buy so much. Ancient ritual disc. Okay, that's 700. Let's go. Uh, eat that. Okay. All right, buddy. We can buy a whole bunch of stuff, so I'm making it a point to buy cheeseburgers. Okay. That fast companion? Burgers are not bad for me. They help me sustain life-saving stuff and nonsense. What's our steadfast companion? Not enough space. Inventory. Uh, no. here. Firewood. Okay. Give me something good, please. Nope. Not taking Shaman Solitude. Ooh, nice. Hi, and yeah, smash. Let's see here. Okay, that's my bot. Acting weird again. Yeah, bot's acting up. They're trying bone ornament. Okay. Uh, okay. Cooking. What are we cooking here? Cheeseburgers. That's right. We're spamming the crap out of cheeseburgers. Oh, well. Okay. Whew. All right, so we'll just keep that into temporary or not. Okay. Ancient beast statue. Okay, we'll ditch this. Ditch that. There we go. We're at 6,600 points, guys. I don't think I'm making it to the 30k points. Uh, I don't know what's the sacrifice for this. I don't think. I did so much exploration. No, don't you trip me up like this. Fine. No. Okay. So I got 21,996 points. Darn it. I'm firm. Whew. Just some meticulous things. I mean, I could have gotten the meticulous thing because I had like a full common set on me. Okay, just so I can have it on record, by the way. Uh, I'm going to be running a tech. My technique frag. It would help. It would help if you all cooperate with me. God dang it. Oh, Jesus. Also help if I see the mana on. And my other. I can't wait for that knockback change. These illusion salamanders are going to no longer be a problem with their infinite spamming of shockwave. Oh my god, we need that update right now. Running this was a mistake. I'm already burnt out. uh, okay. Okay. Well, this is a tribute. This will be potentially my last zombie hallway that I will be doing. They're getting rid of it. So, goodbye, zombie hallway. That's crazy. What do you mean my meteor didn't one-shot it? Oh, I'm missing Vivis. That's what happened. Current magic? Hang on. What's going on? Why am I missing magic? What expired? Tired. Okay. So wait, they're getting but we're keeping this hallway. Beth? I wonder. Are you kidding me? Oh my goodness! Mabi lag is real. Okay, so this is what I get out of this chest, and I get nothing. Am I missing? Okay. We're gonna snooze the ad because we're gonna be ending. Thank you everyone for joining in. Gonna try and learn editing so I can edit and chop up this clip or the stream so I can cover the new Rice update. But yeah, hopefully I will see you guys around Mavi this week. Thursday I plan on streaming the new Rice update with everyone. Probably every other Mavi stream is gonna be doing the same thing. But thank you guys for stopping by. Let's see here. Who's playing what? Right, Pay's still doing her generations. So we're gonna send you all over to Pay. Hope you guys have fun over there. And I'll need to fix the bot later. But thank you guys for joining. Have a great night, and I will see you guys hopefully on Thursday. Hey, Twitch, it would be nice if I could start the raid now. No, not gonna let me do a raid. Just messing up for me. Hang on, guys. I'm sorry about this. I triggered the raid. Come on, let's go. I don't need this. Don't show this again. This is not letting me raid. There we go.